All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome. It is Saturday, so welcome to the weekend, first of all. It is November 16th, 2019. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to another full and fun day of new release game streaming. Very excited for today. Yesterday went really well. Um, a lot of the times when we have these new release game days, it ends up being kind of a mixed bag, especially if I'm doing a double game release, where usually you get hyped for one or both games, and then sadly one of them ends up kind of not being very good, and so you have to focus in on the one you really like. That was not the case yesterday. Like yesterday, I streamed both Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Pokemon Sword, and both games were pretty damn good so far. All right, now it's very hard also to judge the entire length of a game when you're playing it only for the few hours on release day. But, from the initial impressions I got from both games, they both seem to be pretty fun, pretty good. Graphically, gameplay-wise, like everything so far is a positive for me. You guys were great yesterday. Like, you guys really enjoyed both streams. You were being very positive and interactive and fun. And the streams just ended up being outstanding, in my opinion. I would love to keep that pattern up today, Let's keep it going. Today what we're doing is we're flipping the streams from yesterday, okay? So yesterday it was Star Wars first and then Pokemon. Well, admittedly, some people were happy with that and some weren't. Some people were like, oh man, I really wanted to see Pokemon more. So what we're doing today is we're flipping the streams. Today's main gameplay stream is Pokemon Sword, and tonight the late night stream is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm cool with this because I like both games, right? So hopefully, for those of you who liked the streams yesterday, you'll be hanging out with me today as well, okay? We're also doing things a little differently today with Pokemon, although, quite frankly, it already kind of got, let me put it this way. Some people jumped the gun, okay? I'll explain this in just a moment, what I mean by that. But, there's these plans I have for ongoing for the Pokemon Sword playthrough, and I hope that they work out, but the thing is, being that we're trying some things out for the very first time, you're gonna have some kinks to work out in the system, as they say. So we're gonna figure this out, but I'll explain in a moment what we're talking about here. Okay. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped for today. I hope you guys are excited for the continuation of these playthroughs today. We got a few updates. First of all, before we even get to like the schedule and all of that. So first of all, we did hit the sub goal for the month a day or two ago, thanks to the people who were very generous gifting subs and also people who subscribed. So thanks for that. And the thread for you to nominate the games to be played in the holiday marathon coming up is live on my website, thekingofhate.com. All right. So head over there right now to thekingofhate.com. It's the main highlighted thread in the general section on the forums. Nominate games. Any games are eligible, by the way. It's not just holiday-themed games this time around. You can nominate any kind of game. The only game that I would say don't nominate is Classics Throwback Street Fighter, because I'm probably already going to play that. I already crave it. I've already got a desire to play it, and I think that would be perfect for the marathon for like an hour and a half to do kind of throwback Street Fighter stuff. But outside of that, anything is fair game. You guys want to see me do, a first-person shooter, an RPG, a difficult game, a platformer. I don't know what you guys want to see. Genesis Mini or SNES games. All that stuff is going to be eligible for the holiday marathon. Okay, so please start nominating. The more nominations I get, the better. The nominations will be open for a few weeks, and then sometime in early December, I will turn those nominations into a poll, which you guys can vote on to determine what I'll be doing during that holiday marathon. Okay, good stuff. Excuse me. Woo! See, people are all not mentioning different games in the stream chat right now. Yeah, whatever. Seriously, whatever. I'm down, man. Okay? All right. So that's that. Now let's talk about the schedule, everybody. Let's talk about the schedule. Let's talk about what I have in store for you with Pokemon today. And what's moving forward here, the next week or two, so you guys know what to expect. Okay? So first off, today, as I've already mentioned, Pokemon Sword on the first stream, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on the late stream. Now, two things in particular with today's Pokemon streams. I'm explaining these up front. I would ask those of you who are here on pre-stream now listening, please explain to people who show up late so they know what the hell's going on, okay? First of all, we're going to do exactly what we did last night. Whoever is the top contributor by the end of today's Pokemon Sword stream is going to name a Pokemon in my game. Last night, the top contributor chose a name. You might say, well, what was the name? The name is Fred. They want me to name a male Pokemon Fred. Now, they did not specify which. I actually asked, is there a certain Pokemon right now that I have? They said, no, you can name any Pokemon you want Fred. So what I'm going to do is the first male Pokemon that I catch today will be named Fred. It doesn't matter what Pokemon it is. If it's male, it's getting named Fred. Okay? So that's the first thing happening today. Now, same thing today. The top contributor today, by the end of the stream, whoever it is, you'll be able to pick the name of the next person, or the next Pokemon, excuse me, in the playthrough. Okay, so that's one incentive for contributing today. If you contribute, top contributor gets to name any Pokemon in the game. All right. Now, the other thing that we're doing today that kind of already has been spoiled, I hate to say. All right, let's talk a little bit. What I want to do moving forward is implement penne points / channel points in this playthrough, because right now you guys have been, very adamantly watching my streams, and there's people who have thousands upon thousands of these channel points accumulated, but they don't really have much to use it on. They do highlighted messages, or maybe they edit an emote, but there's not much else to do, right? So people have been asking me for weeks, is there another way that we can implement these penne points and use them? And I've been thinking about it, and my mods and I put our heads together and said, okay, maybe one way that we could implement this is, since Pokemon is very much an RPG with a party system, why not make it so that the stream viewers can choose what Pokemon will be in my party? Okay? And I said, that might make sense. If people have a bunch of these penne points saved up, they can pick a Pokemon to be in my party for the day, right? And that's cool. Now, here's the thing. There's a couple limitations to this idea that we had. First of all, we don't want people picking the entire party. Reason being, I'm going to be constantly catching new Pokemon and wanting to try them out. There's also going to be situations, I'm sure, where I need certain Pokemon to use for their strengths and weaknesses to win certain battles. So if I have, 6 people say, put Magikarp in your party, and I have 6 flopping Magikarp and I can't win a match, obviously there's no point in playing the game. See what I mean? So what I wanted to do was that I wanted to control it so that only 3 people per stream can can pick a Pokemon to keep in my party for the entirety of that stream. I figured that made a lot more sense, because that way it's half and half. You see what I mean? So that's the deal. That's how I wanted to do it. So last night, I went into the special settings for my Twitch channel, and I set up this special reward for 4,000 penne points. 4,000, okay? You could select a Pokemon to keep in my party all day long. And I didn't even talk about it yet. I launched the stream, and people already started doing it. And I'm like, oh, man, I know what's going to happen. It's going to get screwed up. Exactly right. So the first person, his name is Tag365, did it and says, oh, I want you to catch a Stunky from some southern marsh in the game and put it in your party. Now I'm like, now wait a minute. That wasn't even the agreement. The agreement is that I will take a Pokemon and have it in my party. Not that I will go find a Pokemon that I don't even have, and I don't even know if I can catch it today. Here's the thing, I'm in the early hours of the game. How do I even know if I can go to this area yet and catch this Pokemon, right? I don't. So right off the bat, this guy jumps the gun and uses his penne points to ask for something that I may or may not even be able to do. So what I will say is this. If I can get this Pokemon today, absolutely I'll do it. But I can't guarantee it because I don't know. I haven't played the game yet. I don't know where this marsh is or whatever. I don't know if it's realistic that I'll reach it and I'll be able to get this particular Pokemon. So I'll just tell Tag in advance. I hope that I can do this. I would love to do this for you, but you kind of jumped the gun. You should have waited for me to explain this perk before you did it. Okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, someone asked that I keep, oh god, what Pokemon was it? It's the bird Pokemon that I have in my party right now. I forget what it's called. It starts with an R, like something Rook or something. So I already have this bird in my party, And they said, please keep that bird in your party all day today. That's a perfect request. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, here's a Pokemon you already have. We want to see it, you know, be used a lot and maybe evolve. So keep it in your party. Okay? So I'm keeping that Pokemon. Rookity. That's it. Rookity. That's correct. Rookity. So I'm going to keep Rookity in my party all day long today. And we're going to see, you know, how useful it is and see if we can evolve it even. You know, after 4 hours of combat, maybe it'll evolve. I don't know. So that's perfect. And that's exactly what I want, how I wanted this to be implemented. Then a third person uses the reward and says, go play Morrowind. Oh my god. So, for those who don't know, the way I set this up was so only 3 people a stream could do it. That way, we don't have 10 people trying to do it, and I can only fulfill the requests of 3. You see what I mean? So I set it up so only 3 people per stream can do it, and 2 of them were basically wasted, I think, because I don't even know if I'm going to get... If I can get to the Stunky today, great, but I don't know if I will. And the other one's a waste, is a joke. And I'm like, oh my god. So, for a first try, 1 out of 3, I mean, at least we got 1 person out of the 3 people who did it, who it's actually going to be implemented properly. Okay, but it just kind of sucks because there's no way to reset it as well. Like, I tried to reset it, and apparently it doesn't work while the stream is live. I basically turned off the perk, edited it a little bit, turned it back on, and no one can see it. They all say that it shows that it's expired. So I think the way that these channel point, you know, rewards work is they only refresh once the stream goes offline and then online again. So I can't fix it. Essentially, I can't fix it, okay? Yes, that is right. It was Sung Kwan who requested Rookity. So shout out to Sung Kwan, who actually intelligently requested a Pokemon for today's stream, and he's going to get his reward because he was being very smart about it. So there you go. All right. Now here's the thing. Now that we all kind of know what this is, all right. Now today we've had some issues. What can you do? Now that we know what this is, moving forward, okay, I will implement this reward every time that I play Pokemon. All right. So moving forward with the Pokemon Sword playthrough, every time that I play the game, I will implement this special thing so that you guys can use your Penne points to request which Pokemon you'd like to see in my party. This means that essentially some Pokemon might be in my party the entire game. If you guys are liking to see me use a certain Pokemon, they may be there the whole time. Or it could be the complete opposite. It could be every stream you guys are requesting that I do 3 completely different Pokemon, and that'll make variety, right? So I guess we'll see. And quite frankly, it might be challenging. If I'm only allowed to have 3 staple Pokemon in my party and always 3 newer ones, it might make the game a lot more challenging than, say, having 6 Pokemon who I use as my guys all the time. You see what I mean? So I guess we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Again, this is something completely new, completely different. It's okay that it kind of screwed up this first time. I'm just hoping that moving forward we can get it to work, okay? This is cool interaction with you guys. I want to have as much interaction with you as possible. This is a way to give back and say thanks for watching. So hopefully this will work out in the future, okay? So there you go. That's what we're going to be doing. Now here's the other thing too. If this works out, long term, if this works out and you guys like this, I can try to implement Penne points in other playthroughs as well. We could try to figure out how to do it, okay? But I have a big warning for everyone. Okay? You guys ready? You guys got to listen. This is very important. So when I was creating these rewards yesterday for the Pokemon stream, a warning popped up. And it said, warning. Get ready? You're listening, guys? Warning. Channel points will more than likely disappear on December 19th, 2019. Now, if you don't know what that means, what it means is that I'm in the early access / beta of channel points. Not every channel on Twitch has it. I'm in it because I've signed up for early access, and they let me into early access to kind of mess around with it and see how it works, okay? But apparently what they're saying is the early access is probably going to end in December, And they already explained that coming in January, they're looking to launch it site-wide. So what may happen is Penne points may stop working at some point in December and then come back in January. But what they're saying is they're going to reset. Okay, so just forewarning all of you, right now we really like this Penne points integration stuff, right? And we're having fun with it. It's probably going to go away for a while and then come back. So if you are hoarding your Penne points, warning, you may have them all go. If you don't use them by the middle of December, they may go away forever. Okay? So exactly right, says Jay Bowler. Use them or lose them. Exactly right. Use them or lose them, because the Penne will spoil. The Penne will spoil in mid-December, and then they're going to have to make a fresh batch of Penne, but the Penne won't be ready for consumption until sometime in January. Okay? So just forewarning all of you. Alright, so here comes everyone using highlighted messages like right now. Oh my god. Dude, like 10, 12 people just spammed highlighted messages. Oh my god. Well, there you go. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm glad that we covered that ground. I hope that you guys understand now what's going on. Thank you for being understanding. Sorry that the whole thing with Pokemon today isn't going to work out perfectly, but like I said, moving forward, hopefully now people will understand how this is working, and they won't just blow 4,000 Penne points to ask for something I can't do or ask for another game, because that's pretty much a waste of everybody's time. Okay? Fair enough? Alright. And now, the highlighted messages are continuing to be spammed, and that's perfectly fine. If it means you guys get to use your Penne points, I'm okay with that. Alright, guys. So, that's the deal. Now, let's continue, and let's talk about the rest of the schedule. Okay? So, right now, it's 4 hours of Pokemon Sword. I'm excited. I had a lot of fun with this game yesterday. I'm looking forward to more today. Tonight, 2 more hours of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's a game that was surprisingly good. I didn't know how good it was going to be, and I actually really enjoyed it last night. So I hope that you guys are going to be here later tonight around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for more Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Okay? Then tomorrow, we're going to mix it up. After 2 straight days of these 2 new games, we're going to go back to Death Stranding tomorrow for a 4-hour stream and get more progress in Death Stranding. Okay? If you remember, we're in the middle of a plot line where BB is having problems, and now Deadman is going to try to fix the problems with BB. So we basically have no BB to detect BTs, and that could be a pain in the ass. So we'll see what happens. Okay? Then tomorrow night, Sunday night, it's a 2-hour stream of Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm going back to Luigi's Mansion 3. I believe we're starting up floor 12. And there's only 4 floors left in the game, so we may actually get pretty far and get into near the end game of the game, okay? So that's tomorrow night. Now, Monday's streams are completely up in the air and up to you. What I want to do is after today, I want to kind of get your opinion and see how people are feeling about the games today. And also after tomorrow, after playing more Death Stranding and Luigi's Mansion, I want to see how people are feeling. And then based off of that feedback and that vibe, that I'll use to determine what I play on Monday. It could be any of the 4 games I'm currently playing, okay? It could be Pokemon, it could be just Star Wars, it could be more Death Stranding, or it could be more Luigi's Mansion, and potentially the conclusion of Luigi's Mansion since I'm near the end of the game. So, let's see what happens. And Monday will be a good day no matter what. Just the question is, what games will I be playing? I'm not sure, okay? Tuesday is my day off this week, alright? So I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday at all. And I am aware that there is a new release on Tuesday, Shenmue 3. Now, I've talked about this recently. I'll say it again. I am not playing Shenmue 3 upon its release, all right? Because I'm in the midst of so many game playthroughs right now, I feel that it would be irresponsible for me to start up another game playthrough on top of all those. The last thing that I want to happen is the situation I had happen like 4 years ago, where I was playing like 6 or 7 games at once, because they all came out within a 2-week period. And then I never had enough time to give to each game. I was playing each game like only 1 or 2 times a week. And people were very disappointed that I wasn't making progress in the games at all. And it took almost 2 months, if not longer, to beat most of these games. And by the time that I finished them, no one really cared. And people were very disappointed. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do is be able to, progress in these games at a fair pace. And I don't feel that playing 5, 6, 7 games at once is going to make sense. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is hold off on Shenmue 3, and we're going to continue on this coming week with all of the game playthroughs I've been doing. So more Pokemon, more Death Stranding, more Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the conclusion of Luigi's Mansion, and more than likely, once I finish that up, I'll probably go back to WWE 2K20, because we're probably only a couple sessions away from beating that, my career mode as well. So that's going to be my major focus for the coming week. Keep going with these new releases, okay? Once we finally start wrapping up these new releases, then I would consider starting up Shenmue 3, or playing one of the games that I missed out on in the last month, like Need for Speed Heat, or one of the remasters, such as the Medieval remaster, or all those Disney game remasters that I skipped, or Super Monkey Ball remaster. Like, all those things are potential games that I would be playing after I wrap up this giant slew of new releases that I'm playing right now, okay? So, that's the deal. I hope that that sounds good to you. I'm sorry if it doesn't. You know, I'm doing my best. When there's so many games that release in a short period of time, there's not much that I can do about it. I have to, you know, juggle stuff as well as I can, okay? So, there you go. And the thing is, I do want to play Shenmue 3, don't get me wrong. I just played Shenmue 2 over the last couple, of years, remember? I think, wasn't it last year that I played both Shenmue games? I definitely know I played Shenmue 1. I can't remember when I played Shenmue 2, but I just played them in order to prepare for Shenmue 3. So obviously I want to play it, but it's kind of tough right now. So, all right, guys. So that's the deal. Oh, Retro Jim also said, "What about more Modern Warfare?" Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, the chill streams are gonna come back eventually. So that means games such as Classic Street Fighter, Weekly Minecraft, and some Battle Royale or Royale, however you want to say it. And yes, more multiplayer of Modern Warfare. You know, I was enjoying the multiplayer of Modern Warfare, and I was getting better at it. And then all these new releases hit, and I didn't have time to play it anymore. So yes, more multiplayer of Modern Warfare coming up as well, once we get through these releases. Okay? Alright, good. Good. Sound good? No? Okay, forget it then. It's all off. No, I'm kidding. Okay, guys. So now that's it. That's it for the schedule. Let's move on to the next segment of our pre-stream, also known as the gratuitous plugs. This, of course, is blatant advertisement, which I know you guys love, and that's why you come to my streams to hear this every day. So here we go. All right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for 11 awesome years of being a content creator. I love my job. It is very much my hobby. That was my hobby for my life, and I turned it into my job, which is pretty amazing. How many people can say that they do what they love for a living? Very few. So I'm very lucky in that regard. Okay? However, it hasn't been easy. Over the years that I've done this, I've had to change myself many different times, change the format by which I deliver my content, change my content up completely. At one time, I was a full-time YouTuber. I was able to make a living just based off of ad revenue, running on ads on YouTube. That's been done for over 2.5 years at this point. And now I'm a full-time streamer here on Twitch. I stream 6 days a week full-time. That's right, 6 full-time days a week. And I upload all of my archive streams over to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, so that if you cannot be here live for the streams, you can still get caught up on all that content, okay? I love being an interactive live streamer. I love the fact that we have this organic connection every day where we talk and we just hang out. It feels more like a hangout and it's a fun session rather than, putting in a serious playthrough or doing serious work or anything, right? And that's a great thing. But please understand that now that this is how it is, I am reliant on your crowdfunding contributions to keep things going around here, okay? So, thank you very much to those who have contributed. It's been amazing around here recently with the level of contributions, and, I've been feeling very positive about the future because of it, quite frankly. And thank you for even considering contributing during a live stream, because that's why I'm able to keep doing this. That being said, before I even mention a single way by which you guys can contribute, I want to let you know that contributions are not mandatory, all right? It is not expected that anyone will come to the stream and contribute, nor is it required. Even though, yes, very matter-of-factly, it is your crowdfunding contributions that allow me to keep doing this and pay my bills, it's not a mandatory thing that is expected. I'm super grateful for all of you who step up and contribute to allow me to continue to do this. It's obvious that I'm doing something right, or else I wouldn't have been able to do this for 11 years, right? So thank you guys for that very much. But understand that if you cannot contribute, it's not a big deal. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel like, oh no, I'm the odd thumb sticking out because I can't contribute today. It's not like that, okay? I'm just perfectly happy having people just come by and hang out with me on a daily basis, listening to my opinions on games, having some interaction and fun, having a chill time. That's what it's all about. I would still do this, all right? Probably not full time, but I would definitely still stream, even if I couldn't make money doing it. I mean, I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever made any money on them. So if that's not evidence that I love what I do and this is my hobby as well as my job, I don't know what else is, okay? All right. So moving on. Now let's talk about ways you can contribute. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, and your monthly pledges to my Patreon will earn you personal perks. I'm not going to go into detail about that because all the details are there, so please give it a look. Thanks to anyone who is a current patron. I also have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs. Particularly this time of year, you probably are interested more in sweatshirts and hoodies and stuff. And with the holidays right around the corner, you might want to think about maybe getting something for yourself or for someone else who's a fan of mine as a gift, right? Give it a look. Anything you get helps me out. You get a cool collectible. That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. But if you're here live on the stream, more than likely what you'll want to do is contribute via a way that's going to get you recognition on the stream, right? And so if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's stream, I'm going to give you a live shout out on the stream for said contribution, okay? So that's pretty awesome that you get extra, interaction with me as well as recognition. As you can also see at the top of the screen, we have a stream stats leaderboard that tracks things such as top tip and top cheer. So if you're the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, you're going to get extra recognition there. Reminder that the top contributor of today will get to name a Pokemon in the game. So that's another incentive to contribute today, right? Pretty cool. Now, in addition to that, we also have a cheering leaderboard as well as a sub-gifting leaderboard. Now, those things are integrated into Twitch itself, right into the stream chat. That's another way to get recognition, to be a top cheerer or top sub-gifter of the week, and I will give credit to those people in just a moment here on the pre-stream, okay? So that's a lot of ways to contribute, and that's a lot of ways to get recognition, right? Being very matter-of-fact and honest with all of you, the best way that you can contribute right now is by tipping me. Tipping me allows me to get those funds immediately and put them towards constructive and important things. We're reaching the end of the year. There's a lot of things coming up. I'm not going to go into detail about them because some of you already know what they are. But, bills-wise and everything, tipping would help me out the most right now. It's not required. If you want to contribute in another way, I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. Everything helps, but tipping me does help me a little bit more than anything else, okay? How do you tip? If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button you could click on, or you could type !tip into the stream chat. Both methods will bring up a PayPal tips page for you, all right? A couple things you should know about tipping. Number one, I strongly recommend, if you are going to tip me, to try to conceal your identity. The reason being is that there are a pretty disgusting group of people out there on the internet who hunt down people who contribute to streamers. Basically, they feel, oh, how could these streamers get any money? And so when they do that, they'll come after you. If you put out your real information, they'll try to get your personal information and harass you. You don't want that to happen. So I recommend, if you're going to tip me, number one, either make a name up, like completely make a name up out of nowhere that has nothing to do with you, or number two, do it anonymously. That way, no one can link it to you, and there's no risk of your identity being compromised, okay? In addition to that, if you are going to tip me today, please know you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. That is a misconception completely. You don't need it, even though you may think, oh, I need a PayPal account. It has to be tied to a bank account, and it's a big hassle to do so. That's completely false. You can actually use a debit or credit card to tip, much like any other payment you would do over the internet. However, it doesn't always load properly, and I've noticed that if you try to access PayPal from a mobile device, sometimes those options don't even show up. So I do strongly recommend, if you are going to tip me today and you're looking to do it without creating a PayPal account, that you try to do it on a desktop device so that it'll load properly. Okay? So that's it about tipping. Thank you, guys. I appreciate anyone who is considering contributing today, and tipping helps me more than anything. All right? Now, moving on, let's review the channel rules. Okay? First of all, folks, I am streaming here on twitch.tv, which is a business, and therefore I must abide by all the rules of said business, and I do. Okay? But just understand that I can't say or do whatever the heck I want on a stream. It's not possible. Okay? Now, in addition to that... Uh-oh. Okay, phew. I thought my stream chat froze. I was like, oh, God. Sometimes it takes upwards of 15 minutes to reload it on my laptop. Please don't tell me that's the case. No, it unfroze. Okay. So in addition to that, I have my own code of conduct and rules that I like to have here on the stream. Because here's the thing. I like to maintain a certain kind of vibe on my streams. I want it to be a chill place where you can escape from the stresses and from the toxicity of the real world, right? I don't want you to come here and feel like you're going to be inundated with drama and that there's going to be arguments and that there's going to be nasty stuff going on. I want you to come here and have a relaxing time with me, okay? So that being said, there's a few rules that I have in effect that I feel will make this a more enjoyable experience. The first being that I don't really allow controversial topics that people seem to get very argumentative about. In particular, the topics I'm bringing up are politics and religion. It seems like every time that a discussion breaks out about this stuff, you get people who are just so adamant that their way is right and your way is wrong, and it's their way or the highway, and they get very pissy with each other, and basically everyone gets angry. So the thing is, if there's a video game where there's a topic that's politics or religion related to the game, that's fine. We can talk about that. We can talk about it in relation to what's going on in said game. But if people come in here and start talking about Brexit and Donald Trump and this and that, we're not going to do that, all right? It's just going to derail everything. It's going to make people angry at each other, so that's not allowed, okay? Number two, I'm well aware that out there on the internet, there are tons of people out there who on a daily basis basically commit crimes by stealing my content, illegally restreaming my content, and basically violating every copyright law possible in order to defame me, to slander me, to insult me, to make me look bad. Because number one, it gives them attention, and number two, they make money doing it. Because trust me, these people would not be wasting their time doing this if they weren't getting something positive for themselves out of it, okay? It is what it is. You'll notice that those people who do that only do it on YouTube. They can't do it here on Twitch because Twitch does not allow that kind of immoral and illegal behavior. YouTube does, which is why I'm done being a full-time YouTuber and I'm over here a full-time streamer, because I've done with that shit. I don't support a business that thinks that that's, like, fine, you know? So, that being said, you know, I can't stop it. There's nothing I can do. I can't take any legal recourse to stop these people. YouTube doesn't listen. I don't have money to sue a ridiculous amount of people who slander me daily. So it is what it is. I just put up with it, okay? The thing is, we know these people exist. We know they're doing it. There's absolutely no reason for us to bring that up on my stream, because guess what? All that's doing is giving them the attention they want. That's why they're doing it, to give more attention for themselves so more people will check out their garbage content, their toxic fucking immoral content, and give them more money. That's the only reason they want to do it in the first place. So if we actually bring it up on the stream, oh, did you hear that this person's illegally restreaming Phil? Did you hear this person insulted Phil? Did you hear this person found someone who was contributing to Phil and doxed them and did this nasty thing and that illegal thing today? When you give attention, you're actually helping to promote, whether you like it or not, or you realize it or not, or that's your intention, you're promoting that content, okay? So that's why we don't mention it, okay? So please don't bring it up. I only very briefly even mention the existence of these people on pre-stream so people know it's not allowed, and hopefully, you know, that'll clear the air, and now we can have a good, fun stream here without any of that crap, right? Okay, then. There you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final segment of the pre-stream. This is the segment where I give shout-outs to those of you who have contributed and give some credit for your contribution. So thank you guys very much, and let's do that. First off, let's go to people who contributed overnight, which were a few people. We had Golden Colts who did a cheer overnight. Thank you, Golden Colts. And then there was actually an anonymous cheerer who did a few cheers before the stream started today. And it looks to me the biggest cheer out of all of them was a 65-bit cheer, and that did happen when the stream was running. So technically, this is the top cheer so far. So let's get the anonymous cheer up on the leaderboard here. How big was that cheer? 65 bits. Okay, hold on. So whoever you may be, thank you, anonymous cheerer, for those cheers earlier on the stream. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, continuing on. Excuse me. Retro Jim got the cheering started here with the stream, and he says, People are reporting that you need to turn off autosave in Pokemon because it's bricking data. That's not good. I don't know how you turn it off, though. When I boot the game up, please, by all means, remind me, and I guess we'll have to try to check options and see if there is a way to turn it off. I'm not aware. You know, that seems like an option that's automatic to me. Let's hope it didn't brick data, because that would really suck if it bricked the data and I had to start over, or, you know, and the thing is, if it keeps doing it, how are we ever going to play the game, right? So hopefully that's not the case. I did do a manual save at the end of yesterday's stream, so let's hope that that worked, and that's what we're going to resume today, okay? So thank you for the heads up. Please remind me as we boot up here. Philip Smelly Chair cheered. He said, remember that life's greatest lessons are usually learned from the worst times and from the worst mistakes. It is true. The thing is, if you never had any bad times, how would you ever even know what a good time is, right? And if you never made mistakes, how would you ever learn from them and have good times? It's the things that we screw up, or the things that we maybe do in an inopportune method that allow us to now learn for the better for the rest of our lives. So I completely and wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment, Philip Smelly Chair, and I thank you for the cheer. Ace cheered. He says, hey there, Phil, excuse me. As far as what you played so far, should I spend $60 on Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, or Pokemon Sword Shield? I can't answer that question. That's a ludicrous question. I've only played 4 hours of one and 2 hours of the other. You know, there's no way to tell what's coming up in either game. You know, that I cannot answer that question. It's a completely unfair question to put me on the spot. So there you go. Sorry, I can't answer that question. It's ridiculous. Hail Hyfra cheered as well, and he says, on the WWE 2K20 Twitter and Facebook page, they got hacked. They put up exploit content and Chris Benoit AEW logos. 2K sent an apology to Twitter. If they fixed the game, it would not have got hacked. Play Winnie the Pooh. Dark. What? Okay. Anyway, thanks, Hail Hyfra, for letting us know about that. Would they have not gotten hacked if the game was fixed? I don't know. You know, people who hack, they hack for various reasons. Some people do it because they have some kind of a message to portray, and some people just do it to do it. So who knows? But I mean, it's kind of funny that they got hacked and we're throwing out content out there that obviously they didn't want on the internet. And people looking at it like, what the hell is this? How embarrassing. What I've noticed is they're not even mentioning the game anymore on WWE TV. Like, they were mentioning it for like a month. And now they've completely dropped it and don't mention it whatsoever anymore. So I get the feeling the game tanked and no one bought it. That's the feeling I'm getting. Like, this year, finally the game tanked, and even people who buy it every year are so disappointed that it kind of just, it flopped. So, all right, so continuing on. Wicked Man. This is hilarious. This is the guy from yesterday. Oh my god, this is the guy from yesterday. Are you guys ready? This is funny. I gotta read this one. Wicked Man 36 tipped me another $1 saying, when will you be exonerating yourself with your bogus claim that you were valedictorian? By the way, he didn't even spell valedictorian even close to how you really spell it. Logically speaking, if you were it's valedictorian, not valedictorian. He's spelling it valedictorian. Oh my god, I've never even seen it spelled like this. I'm not even going to continue. I've now been completely distracted by the way this guy spelled valedictorian. Not valedictorian, valedictorian. Oh my god. Well, Wicked Man, congratulations. You fail! Thanks for the $1 tip, though. Okay. So, thank you for the $1 tip. Continuing on, Good Game Goblin, tip me $1. He says, would you name me that free mouth Jasper? That would be at your discretion, but I feel like $100 tip or something big like that should be an automatic naming. Feel bad for the other guys from last night. That's, hey, listen. The way it works, top contributor gets to name something. It's that simple. It's definitely a competition, but that's how it works. Every other streamers do it too. I'm not the first person who's done it, nor will I be the last. The idea was actually taken from other streamers who do this successfully, and that's why I kind of do it in certain things. I do it in Minecraft, and now I'm doing it here in Pokemon. Yeah, you're gonna have heated competition, and I don't control that, right? So no, it's gonna be the top competitor. If everyone gets something named, then what was the point, right? That's kind of like when people say, oh, you got a sub goal this month, right? But if you don't hit the sub goal, you should still do the reward anyway. It's like, wait, what? So if you don't do the thing, no, if you don't, you're gonna give the reward away, regardless. Then what's the motivation of people to do the thing you're trying to get them to do? You see what I mean? Like, how do you not understand how this works? It's pretty common sense, and by the way, it's something that's been, happening with humans for forever. It's called motivation. I want someone to sub to my channel, so I put out a sub goal so that people will want that desirable sub goal and will sub to make it happen. If I just give you the goal, then how do you not understand this? I don't know. This is kind of confusing to me that people don't get it, but it is what it is, I guess. No, we're not doing that. Okay. All right. Golden Colts has subscribed to the channel for 30 months. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for 30 months of support. Solomon Pluto, resub for 6 months, says, how was the stream last night? It was good. The stream was good. Admittedly, when Pokemon games start up, they're kind of slow. You got to go through the intro segment where we have this guy's brother, Leon, blabbing a lot. And you say goodbye to your moms, which inexplicably lets you go out to become Pokemon trainers, despite the fact that it's probably illegal because you're underage. And we're off capturing some Pokemon. We're learning some new abilities. Already I'm using the elemental weaknesses and the like to my advantage. So it's been a good session of, 2 hours last night. It was fun. People told me, I seemed very upbeat and positive. They really liked that about it. They want that to continue. I'm going to do my best and hoping that the playthrough continues well today. So good stuff. I think it was good last night. So Retro Jim had cheered and asked what about more Modern Warfare multiplayer? I already addressed that. So we're going to continue on here. Play DuckTales 2. I'm male too. What? Anyway, they tipped me $1 and said, I don't think that turtlenecks are a meme. Maybe once, at least for Christmas Marathon, you should wear an ugly Christmas turtleneck to switch up your appearance once in a while. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion, I guess. I'm not gonna No, I'm not gonna be going out and looking specifically for a turtleneck for Christmas. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Will I maybe be looking for something new that I can wear during this year's Christmas Marathon? Maybe. But no, I'm not gonna go crazy, I need a specific Christmas turtleneck. I don't even understand what the deal is with this turtlenecks. No one's explained it to me. I don't understand it. I'm an old crotchety man, and I don't understand the things these young whippersnappers are doing. By the way, this is wrong. It's $1, not $2. I screwed this up. I don't understand what you whippersnappers are talking about. Get off my lawn. All right, there you go. Continuing on. Darkrow12 resubscribed to the channel for 2 months. Thank you very much. Fatal Skills tipped me $1. He says, what's up, Phil? I got banned in Wings chat because he can't take a joke. I like how you can take a joke to a certain point, unlike him. So thanks for being a good sport. Yeah, I'll take a joke to a certain point. I don't care if you make fun of me for my shortcomings. You say that I suck at games. You joke around with silly memes and shit. That's one thing. It's another thing to dox me and insult my family members like my wife and shit. Or to say really harmful things like that I would hurt my cat and stuff like that. That's fucked up. There's a difference. There's a line between, Phil sucks at games and he's an embarrassing human who's done embarrassing things. Fair enough. Phil's a horrendous human who abuses his wife and cat. No! Do you not see the difference? Do you not see the difference? There's a large difference there. And I'm okay. I'll roll with the punches as long as the punches aren't below the belt. You see what I mean? So there you go. And yes, I hear all the time about other particular streamers who sadly, can't take a joke. I don't know. I can't attest to them because I'm not them. But thank you for the $1 tip. I appreciate that, Fatal Skills. All right. Honest Fan 66 did exactly the same thing. And cheered 66 bits Excuse me. I screwed this up. Let's try this again. Honest Fan did a 66-bit cheer. I don't know why I didn't say that. Honest Fan did a 66-bit cheer and reiterated the sentiment earlier from, I believe it was Retro Jim, who brought up that the autosave is broken in Pokemon. Alright, so we will try to, I guess, disable that. When we boot up the game here, we'll see if we can disable it and make it so that it doesn't destroy the game. 911 tipped me $1 and says, how do I get rich? I mean, first of all, what does rich mean? Rich could mean many. You could be rich in financially. You could be rich emotionally. You could be poor as hell, but be surrounded by family and friends and still feel like you're rich. You see what I mean? So it all depends on what you mean by rich. If you mean financially, I mean, it's just a number. You know, and there's many, many ways that you could do that. You know, sadly, most people don't really, don't really earn it these days, I would say. A lot of it just ends up being like, oh, your parents gave you money, or you were already rich, or you got all kinds of special treatments and opportunities that others didn't, and you didn't earn them. All right? This is totally not me being resentful whatsoever. But anyway, I'm not going to answer that question. It's ridiculous. What a ridiculous question to ask on my gameplay stream. I'm not rich, so how could someone who's not rich tell you how to get rich? Right? That's ludicrous. How could someone who's not rich possibly instruct you on how to get rich? Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't do that. So I'm not going to do it. I thank you for your dollar tip, though. Timbo Slice did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Timbo Slice. And he says the following. Hold on. That's not what he said. He didn't say hold on. I'm telling you guys to hold on. I'm trying to read it. Here we go again. Okay. He says, it's been leaked that Modern Warfare will indeed have Battle Royale in the spring, and it will have 200 players and feature all the ground war maps and other areas to make up the map. That is a crazy amount of players for Battle Royale. I guess so. If that is the case, then what it sounds to me is like it might be a more chaotic version of Battle Royale. Like, it's certainly not going to be like PUBG where you're going for like 10 minutes without even seeing a human, right? It seems like it'll be like more similar to say H1Z1, where you would constantly see people and have to fight them, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. It sounds interesting at the very least. That does sound good. Especially if it's free, because remember, all the expansion content for Modern Warfare is free. So that's a good thing, I guess. So let's hope for the best, and let's hope that it's good, I guess. And go from there. Okay, then. Alright, so thank you, Timbo, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Continuing on. Good Game Goblin tipped me $2. And that actually makes Good Game Goblin the top tipper of the day so far. So let's go ahead and get him up on the leaderboard before we continue. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and Good Game Goblin says the following. Fair enough, I guess. Have you considered doing a BB cosplay for the Death Stranding finale? You could shave your head and put an orange filter on your webcam. There you go. I'll completely shave my head of all facial, even my eyebrows. Got to shave those off. I'll shave all the body off, all the hair off my body. I'll play the game completely in the nude. And then what I'll do, I won't do an orange filter. I'll actually get a full body orange condom. And I'll suck it airtight onto my body. And then I'll play it like that. The stream will last 10 minutes because I'll suffocate. What the hell? Thank you, Good Game Goblin, for the tip. But what the hell are you talking about, man? You're out of your mind. Okay, continuing on. Fat Mr. Bo tipped me $1. He says, why do people expect to get stuff name or get stuff for sub goal if not hit? Snowflake mindset, just like how the losing team gets a trophy nowadays. Wow. Well, that's kind of harsh. I guess what he's saying is, just because you contribute doesn't mean you're guaranteed a reward. That you need to be the winner, right? Whatever happened to be trying hard to be the winner of a competition rather than just expecting to get something no matter what. I guess that is something people have been talking about recently, that, basically everything has kind of changed in the world, the SJW mentality, and everyone wants a participation trophy rather than earning the actual thing. So, that's funny. I see that on television shows and the like, too. the same mentality. So, there you go. Thank you, Fat Mr. Bo, for your opinion. I appreciate that. Okay. Dark Side Hentai tipped $1 and says, I'm gay. Well, that's very interesting. Thanks for sharing that. We really appreciate it to know that. And thank you for the $1 tip. Okay, then. Okay, Boomer. To me, $2.50 says, Phil, why do you got to stream during my bio class? That's cold, man. So apparently I'm streaming during OK Boomer's biology class, and he's very upset that he's now missing out on the stream because he has to pay attention to the bio. Hopefully it's not bio lab and you're like missing out on like dissecting a frog or something to listen to me talk here. But yeah, thank you. And by the way, he tipped me $2.50. That's the biggest tip for today. So let's get that up on the leaderboard. By the way, you can tell this person is doing it wrong because they actually spelled out the word okay as O-K-A-Y when the actual meme is just okay, the 2 letters. It's, the millennials are far too lazy to spell out the word okay. They would just abbreviate it okay. Didn't you know that? So, you screwed up. You're trying to impersonate a millennial, and you did it wrong, and now you fooled yourself. You've outed yourself here on the stream. Okay, then. Fatal Skills to me another $1, and he says, how about you do another DSP tries it like you did when you tested the Axe product in the shower? I did. Remember? I did Selsun Blue. That was early last year, early 2018, and that, in fact, that was the last episode of DSP. All right, I take that back. It was the last, it was the last normal episode of DSP Tries It. If you remember, it was a special thing for hitting a goal. So what we did was it was a dual episode where I tested Selsun Blue, but we also didn't we also do the Wax Vac? And then, no, wait a minute. Now I'm remembering. I did Selsun Blue in the shower, but then I did another episode where I did the Wax Vac earwax vacuum, and then I tried fidget spinners. So within like a 2-month time frame, I did 2 big episodes of DSP Tries It. The final episode ever was actually the Halloween burger at Burger King in 2018. I can't remember what it was called, but I think that was the last episode of DSP Tries It I ever did. And that's that. The show is a wrap. It was been retired. So that's it, Fatal Skills. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love DSP Tries It. They would like to see it come back in some capacity. The thing is, I don't eat fast food anymore. Maybe, I'm not even exaggerating now, maybe once a month. If like, Kat's making a new meal, and for some reason the recipe goes wrong, we'll go out and run out and grab like Taco Bell or something quick, We don't eat out regularly at all. That's one of the reasons why I feel I've lost weight this year, is because I don't eat shitty fast food anymore. So no, I'm not going to go back to that lifestyle just for the sake of returning to a series. And it's hilarious because people are like, you can eat healthier foods. Like, yeah, and no one will care. The reason that DSP Tries It was a successful series was because I was trying out terrible food that was readily available for all of you. Like, you could literally watch DSP Tries It and then go out and try that food for yourself because it was something that was common around you at a fast food place. If I was eating a fucking homemade salad or, a tofu fucking thing from the organic part of a grocery store, no one's going to care about that. People wanted to see me eat gross shit. That was the whole point of the show. So that's not going to happen. If I were to continue the show in another capacity like that, it wouldn't be popular and no one would care. So I'm not doing it. The show's been retired. Thank you to those who watched the show for as long as it did run. It was a good run. Okay? Retro Jim cheered. He says, did the earwax remover work? Fuck no. Didn't do anything. Why would you think that it would work? It's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life. A small suction vacuum is going to suck earwax out of your ear. Doesn't even make sense. You want to know how you remove earwax? Water. When you go to the doctor, if you have a problem with your earwax, the doctor gives you a warm saline solution, and they use this device to squirt it inside of your ear, and the warm saline will dilute the wax and make it come out. A fucking air vacuum isn't going to suck goopy wax out of your ear. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay. Why am I frog sick? Boy, now that's a spin on why am I toxic. Why am I frog sick? cheered and says, why don't you just make a DSP Tries It once a month as fan service? Everyone asked for it, and you just blew them off. How would you feel how would we feel that if we did that when you asked for tips? First of all, I am providing a free service for you on a daily basis. If you feel like contributing the tips, that's great. You don't have to. As I say on every pre-stream, contributions are greatly appreciated, but not required. It's of people's own free will whether or not they contribute or not. I'm not forcing anyone to, right? And I'm already providing a free service. You are asking me to provide another free service on top of the free service I'm already providing, something that I have no interest in doing and didn't enjoy fucking doing when I did it, for your own personal benefit. It wouldn't benefit anyone. It's essentially the most entitled thing I've ever heard, what you're saying here right now, okay? So, you're an idiot. Thanks for the cheer. Jasper tipped me $1 and says, have you ever considered doing DSP Tries It barrel bombing Syrian hospitals? No, that sounds pretty awful, actually, and I don't think I would ever barrel bomb anyone, nor would I hurt a fly. I'm a lover, not a fighter, okay? All right. So thank you, everyone, for your contributions. Let's now move on, and let us give shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week. Excuse me. Oh. Shit. God damn. Okay, that feels better now. Okay. So shout out to the... and a bottle crunch on top of all that nonsense. Shout out to the top cheerers of the week. Okay? In 10th place, internet famous McCroy. In 9th place, OK Boomer. In 8th place, Star Wars fan 002. In 7th place, Insomniatic Meat. 6th place goes to Philly Buckeye. 5th place goes to Delancius. 4th place goes to Golden Colts. 3rd place is Mr. Papavera. 2nd place is Frenolith. And in 1st place for this week, Paladin Tybo. So thank you guys very much for your contributions. And now we also give shout-outs to the top sub-gifters of the week. The following people all gifted a single sub this week. Thank you to the following. Yeah, 4335, Rumpelstiltskins, Richard Link, Rob 8777, Philly Buckeye, and M5NSX. Tomahawk MCX actually gifted 4 subs this week. Frenolith gifted 10 subs this week. And being incredibly generous, and one of the reasons why our sub count is so high right now, No Couture gifted a whopping 62 subscriptions this week. So definitely, guys, if you were gifted a sub this week, please thank the person who gifted it to you. Seriously, definitely do. You know, it's very nice of them that they're being so generous to the viewers, and definitely give them shout-outs and give them credit. Okay? Let's see. Big Booty Latina tipped me $1 and said, you said that food eating videos aren't popular, but mukbangs and food reviews get tons of views. I don't care. I don't do those. I did DSP Tries It for a long time, and it waned in popularity dramatically over the years to the point where it wasn't even viable to do it. I've explained this to you guys before. When I started doing DSP Tries It, all right, I could probably get anywhere from 10,000 at a minimum to upwards of 50,000 views per video. Sometimes even more. I mean, some of the early DSP Tries It's just insanity views, okay? Money-wise, I'm not even kidding. Those videos were making hundreds of dollars each. Okay, so it was like, this is so crazy. I could just go to fucking Burger King, grab a burger, film myself eating it, review it, and make $100, right? Now, the last, year or two that I was doing DSP Tries It, it was fan service to you guys. I'm not even kidding you. Those videos would probably get between 5 to 10,000 views. I wasn't even making enough money on the video to pay for the meal that I was eating in the video. I was spending more going and buying the meal than what was being made on the video. So, regardless of the fact that you think that this is popular content, that's great. It was never popular content for me for a while. When it first started, it was. But this is something that died a long time ago. People want to see me play games. People want to see me interact. They don't care about me eating fucking food. You can dispute it as much as you want, but the facts are the facts. That I have to focus in on what people actually want to see. And that's the deal. Okay? So stop that. Right now. Stop it. I mean it. Don't let me get the water bottle and spray you like Jasper. Okay. Why am I frog sick cheered again? My dad said if he hears your hacking phlegm again, he's going to murder me in my sleep. Well, sounds to me like you should contact the authorities. It sounds like something serious. If your father is seriously threatening you like that, you should probably not be in that living situation. That sounds like a bad situation that could go sour at any time. So, there you go. Libbles? Timmy, $1.23. And says, how much further along do you think Pokemon would be if a more proficient game than Dev Freak? Feels like they stumble upon a gold mine and are too complacent with innovation in Pokemon, which just Nintendo would be better off. I don't know. The thing that you guys don't realize is that I don't play a lot of Pokemon. Like, I keep telling you guys, I only played Pokemon Blue, the original game. Then I played Pokemon Omega Ruby, right? And then I played Pokemon Moon. That's it. I've only played 3 Pokemon games before. So you guys, oh man, what do you think about the sad state of Pokemon? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know. You know, I'm not the person to talk about this. Other franchises, sure. Pokemon, I am not the dude to ask these kind of questions or bring this stuff up because I don't have enough history with Pokemon to really understand the concerns and the things that people are saying. Like, a lot of people have been criticizing the graphics of Pokemon Sword and Shield, saying, oh, they're terrible. Look, the only Pokemon games I've ever played were on a handheld system, and I'm, like, blown away that I'm playing a Pokemon game with modernized graphics on my television. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at, like, wow, this is great, and everyone else is like, wow, this sucks. I'm like, why do you think it sucks? You know, I don't get it. I'm the last guy on Earth to be asking these kind of questions about Pokemon not doing well and stuff like that, okay? So, there you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have finally calmed down here with contributions. We can now end the pre-stream. I'm going to go quickly use the restroom. And then we're going to start up with Pokemon today. So here's the thing. Number 1, the first male Pokemon that we recruit today, I'm going to name Fred, per the request of the top contributor from last night's stream. Reminder, the top contributor on this stream will get to name a Pokemon. Also, it's been requested that Rookidee, I believe, will stay in my party all day, and I will do that. And also, if I run into a Stanky or Stunky, whatever it was called, I'm going to try to catch it, and that has to stay in my party all day too, but only if we run into it, because I don't even know where it is. We're not at that part of the game yet. Okay? Fair enough? All right. So let's take a small break here, a few minutes for me to use the restroom, and then we'll come back and start up with our Pokemon Sword gameplay for the day. Hope you guys are excited. I had a lot of fun with this last night, and I'm looking forward to more. Okay? Thank you guys. I'll be back in a bit.